Let's go. Oh, we're live. Hello. So, good evening. We are back again, Saturday night settings, and it is the podcast, the Real Talk podcast. None of this wishy-washy podcast, the Real Talk podcast. Jez, how you been, man?
Yeah, good, man. All busy week. Good evening to everybody in the chat. Yeah, it's been good. I was on with Del Boy last night. That was a good discussion. We were on there for about an hour and 45 minutes. But yeah, he's a good boy, Del. And it's going to be an interesting conversation tonight, I think.
100%. Kenny, how you been, mate? Where's your robe? Where's your Hugh Hefner settings?
Oh, so sorry. You should have. You know what? Let me just do my introduction. Speak to everyone. I just want to say thanks for everyone who's watching. Hello, Joanne. Joanne was asking me yesterday when the podcast was, so I'm glad she's finally got to watch it. Do you want to say, like, it's been an eventful weekend for everyone? You know, no incomings. Well, a couple of incomings from the MLS, loads of departures, and a massive boxing week. I've done a few boxing podcasts, and I've done a couple of shows. One for Goonie, and I was invited onto Lee Judge's show. Very good show. You know, it was a good time. You know, we all had our turn, and people told the truth, because I think the truth's the best medicine ever, rather than to relax people and tell people what they want to hear.
100%, man. 100%. And listen, that's what it's about. It's not about fake facades and all of that. It's about telling the truth and saying it from the heart and saying what you think. And like I said, we haven't caught up since just before the transfer window ended, Jez. And I think we were kind of hopeful that we would go and do some business. And in the end, we bought a guy called Trusty.
Trusty the Clown.
Trusty the process. Trusty the process. What did you honestly? I know your thoughts on Arsenal, and I know your thoughts on Arteta and the way the club's been run recently. Did you genuinely think that we wouldn't go and sign anybody in that window for now? Like, I know deep down you probably thought in your heart that actually this club will pull something out the bag, but was you as shocked as everyone else on deadline day? The window slammed shut. We get rid of our best striker, and we've brought nobody in for now. Was you shocked?
I was. I truly was. I cannot believe that you let players go. We sell players. We let them go alone, and our best striker found his own way out the club. Fair play to Aubameyang. He's come out. He's called it on Arteta. We all know that Arteta is one of the biggest problems in this club. He's proven it. He's showing his form out in our best striker, but not out in the biggest disgrace we have at this football club in Xhaka, who's insulted this club and done more wrong at this club than any other player I've ever known, to be fair. Yeah, I was truly shocked, man. I discussed this last night. Isaac, seen outside the Emirates in his brand new roller. Yeah, the other day. I can prove to you, and I have concrete proof on this, he was over here in the UK to pick up his brand new roller, 250 grand's worth, from Goodwood, which is near Chichester, where the Rolls-Royce factory is. And I fucking know it because I know two people that work there. He's come over, he's picked up his new roller, and he's thought, well, I'm here, I'm going to have a drive around London, or I'm going to have a drive around Brighton, or I'm going to have a drive around. Why not? You just bought a brand new 250 grand car. Why not have a little tour about? So all the bullshit about people saying Isaac's outside the Emirates, we're signing him, pure fantasy. Pure fantasy. Yeah. And the fact, we do it again, don't we? We shoot ourselves in the foot. We let players go. We leave ourselves short. And, what's going to happen if Lacazette breaks down or Martinelli breaks down? What we left with?
Nketiah.
our saviour. You know,
Yes, Eddie.
that's probably why we didn't send to Paris, because Arteta has faith in Entekia. Well, dear God, Arteta, you are a complete fucking prick. Along with all the time we've got him, Edu, Vinay, and Garlic Head. We are absolutely stuffed. Simple as. End of story. You know, that's it.
No, 100%. And Kenny, I want to ask you, yeah, like we've seen since the window shut that a lot of the top gooners, the get along gang, the ones that want to be seen as super positive, we've seen a lot of them saying, oh, it was a fantastic window because we've saved Aubameyang's wages, we've saved this person, and we can have a big summer window. Are they forgetting that we're still like 5 months from the end of the season or 4 months from the end of the season? We're out of every competition. We were out of Europe anyway. And the idea of this season was actually 1 game a week. Let's get Champions League. It's not about let's just get back into Europa League, because if that's the case, we might as well just null and void every competition we're in. How have you seen the end of this transfer window, mate?
Well, I wasn't surprised, because the minute I think the theme has been very clear from the start. We were seeing a lot of people getting asked to go on loan, and we saw a lot of people who were sold before the end of their contracts. Some people even paid off. So it was very, very clear to me that if we didn't get Vlahovic, then that was it. You know what I mean? And that's just shouts to the extent that, you know, we all know what's going on. It was always going to be a clear out, because they're going to sell. And I think people have done a very good job for the football club in saying, well, we spent the most money in their summer transfer window, and we're trying to build something here. So really and truly, unless we, that's how they're selling it. And I think a lot of the other podcasts have stated that unless we get a player that we really want and need, then we're not going to buy it. So I think that wasn't a shock to me at all. You know, and I think that people need to realise right now that on that transfer committee, alongside Mertesacker, Josh, Edu, and Vinay, is Mick Arteta. People always seem to exempt him from the blame and from the decision making, and that this transfer window in the outgo was all to do to making sure Mick Arteta has total authority over all footballing decisions and disciplinary issues. Aubameyang, you know, was basically either him or me, and the board chose Arteta. So when people start exempting from blame, I just find that just quite fancy, you know, bit of fairy tales. But another thing as well, I think that, you know, you mentioned the other podcasters. I think they've done a blinding job for the football club. I think they're doing fantastic. I mean, in fact, I've just got a phone from Josh Kroenke, and he at the moment he's actually told me to pass it on to podcasters. So I'm just saying to all of you, Josh is inviting you out for dinner. He's going to take you to the West End, Nobu, and apparently one of the signature dishes on there is pork chops. They do some really good pork chops on there. So all you guys who've been done a very good job on your podcast. In fact, they actually got all of them onto one podcast where some of the comments were just unbelievable. You know, they called them the champions. These are guests, and most importantly, they said that, you know, when I listened to them, it made me feel better with life. Jesus Christ, mate! They're not bloody GPs; they're football fans. But I'll tell you one thing: I'm going to dominate with most of those guys who are the positive one. And I say it's a great respect, and it's not disrespectful. They're the sort of people who don't really go. And I'm not saying I'm better than them because I go. What I'm trying to say is that they don't understand our anger, and they divorce themselves from being a fan. So what they do now is that there's this new subtext: fan and supporter. Well, I think it's the same thing, but I've learned something from these podcasters that it's a lot different. In fact, we're all fans. They're supporters because they back every edition from the football club, and that's the difference.
Hey, mate, 100%. A fan and a supporter. You're right, because I see that before I got suspended on Twitter. Yeah, I see a lot of people that were putting out, and I think that was something to do with what Arteta said in the press conference about a fan and a supporter. A supporter supports no matter what. A fan is somebody who supports when it's good, or something Arteta said in the press conference. And because this fan base over the the whole social media sphere, they love to be seen as the best supporter. Yeah, they don't want to go against the grain. They don't want to rock the apple cart. They don't want to upset people. Yeah, and because Arteta said it, it means more. Yeah, so then you get put in a division, and this is the thing, right? Arteta's whole tenure at Arsenal is divide and conquer, divide the fan base. Do you remember when he said that in a press conference that there's people that can see what we're doing, but they don't want to see what we're doing, and if they can't see what we're doing, it's because they don't want to, but they will back us regardless because the kids need us. Yeah, and they'll back the kids. Yeah, divide and conquer, mate. This guy.
It was the same under us. It was the same under our scene with the, if you go on people's Twitter handles, they actually had definitions on their handles, difference between a fan and supporter, and they actually translated into, fluent Martian about what a supporter is, and it was I learned a lot of the things from these sort of people, most who just went to the games, win, draw, lose, let's get on the booze type of people. And, they're the sort of people that will be called supporters, and they're the ones who people want to associate with.
Yeah, it's mad. It's all about being seen online as the greatest fan, greatest supporter. Oh, look at me. Yeah, I'm going to back everything. I'm going to be sickly sweet. The club's amazing. Everything else is rubbish. Oh, let's laugh at Man United last night because they lost and Ronaldo missed a penalty. Whilst it was funny, yeah, guess what? We got knocked out in the round earlier. And we got knocked out to a team that were lower down in the Championship than Middlesbrough. Yeah. So why are we laughing? Yeah, we hold the record for the most wins in that competition. Whilst it's funny to banter, yeah, and you can go to work on Monday and your Man United friends will get grief. Yeah, guess what? That was us 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was us 2 weeks ago. And we've got the record in that competition. We've won it the most. So why are you laughing? We're out of every competition. We ain't even in Europe. They're still in the Champions League. I'm not saying they're going to win it. Yeah, and they probably won't win it. They'll probably get battered in the next round. But either way, why are you laughing at them? Yeah, it's almost like you've got a mansion, yeah, but your guttering's falling down, and the house next door's got a mansion, exactly the same. Their guttering's fine, yeah, but their front door sticks a little bit. It don't close properly, and you're laughing at them, but your guttering's falling down and it's leaking and it's flooding the driveway. Ha ha! You can't open your front door or close your front door. Ha ha! Yeah, they're better than us. So why are you laughing at them? Yeah, and it makes no sense to me. Like, whilst it's great online for a little bit of traction, that's all it is. It's just traction online. The fact and reality is we should not be laughing at Manchester United. Yeah, they're the biggest club in England. They're probably the third biggest club on the planet, maybe fourth if you want to throw Bayern Munich in there. But they're in the mix. Yeah, they're one of the biggest clubs on the planet. And we're sitting there last night as fans laughing at Man United for getting knocked out to Middlesbrough on penalties. Bro, we lost in 90 minutes against Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Our fans are laughing. Why? And then we got knocked out to Liverpool. We're not in Europe. They're still in Champions League. They've still got a better team than us. And it's like, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Exactly. Yeah, it's one of them ones. Yeah. And it's like, our fans seem to have this thing online. Man United fans are very similar, which is why I'm not going to give it too much to Man U, in terms of helping them and whatever, because their fans are equally as bad. And it's a sorry state of affairs that two of the biggest clubs in the country have gone down this route of PR, merchandise, fan bases that are just all about getting one up on another fan base. It's sad. What happened to us two when we were Roy Keane and Vieira fighting? Yeah, what happened to the Battle of Old Trafford in the 90s? And we got dot points. Like, what happened to all that? Because that shit's been left back in the day. And people are saying, oh, you're just old men crying about the old times. Yeah, we are. Because you know what? That's when clubs had heart. That's when they had passion. Yeah, and that's when they wanted to win. And I put it was 25 years the other day, the anniversary of the Roy Keane. Yeah, and Vieira in the tunnel and Roy Keane and who was the ref? And he was like, Graham Pole, that's it. We leave it in the dressing room. Yeah, and he was like, we're sorting this out there. Roy Keane's going, we're sorting this out there. Vieira's laughing. And then it was the goalkeeper for Man United. Yeah.
Roy Carroll.
Roy Carroll is going, Roy, just leave it, just leave it, just leave it. And Roy Keane's smirking. Vieira's looking back and smirking. It's like, yeah, they knew what they were doing. And Graham Poll was like, we cool, yeah? We leave this in here, we go on the pitch. But then they get on the pitch, they want to throw punches. Because do you know what? Back then, yeah, and we're old enough to have seen that. A lot of people in the chat may not be, I don't know. But we were old enough to have seen that. Do you know what? Wenger came into this football club and he made us compete at that fucking level for a short period of time, 6 years, maybe 7 years. And Fergie was shook. Yeah, Fergie didn't know what to do. And the players didn't know what to do. So Roy Keane, his animal instinct come out. Vieira was the same. And it was nice to witness. Now we look at our clubs and Man U's the same. And I feel sorry for Man U fans. Yeah, because we were both amazing football clubs and we've both sold out for a global fucking merchandise audience. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We're just a cash cow. Yeah, these owners don't care about our football clubs, and the majority of fans buy into it because they want to be seen online as the best fan. Whereas us and then other fans within the Man U community, it's like, no. We're the biggest fucking club in England. We're sitting there going, we're the third biggest club. For the majority of people, don't give a shit. Yeah, and it's sad. It's really fucking sad to see, man. So I see.
What's the common denominator?
Go on.
The common denominator between both things is that when it comes to like it's online, and just in terms of YouTube channels, the Man United and Arsenal channels are the most watched by a mile. You know, if you want
to managers in Premier League history.
Yeah. But if you look at if you've got Man United, you've got Mark Goldbridge, then you've got Arsenal Fan TV. So in terms of that, they've both got million subscribers and they've got sister channels. So it's going to be the most watched, and people are going to, other fans from other clubs are going to look at both channels and look at the Arsenal fan base and just look for it for banter, because that's what we've reduced ourselves to, because we're not winners. We're a laughing stock, both clubs.
Oh, 100%. And do you know what? Like, I know Arsenal fans have a rivalry with Spurs. They have a rivalry with United, yeah? And they're the two clubs that, as Arsenal fans, you should hate, yeah? They're the clubs. Manchester United and Tottenham. Tottenham, because they're neighbours, all the history and all the bollocks. Man United, because it was all the fucking history back in the day with the fucking Pizzagate and all that bollocks, yeah? And the fucking docking of points, right? But I don't hate Man United. I don't hate Tottenham. I look at Man United, like Tottenham's different because I don't see them as rivals because they're shit, yeah? Man United is slightly different because Man United are the biggest club in this country, yeah? And it's gonna take a while for anyone to gazump them, right? But I actually feel sorry for the fans that are our age, yeah, all three of our ages, that have actually seen United be shit, then be great, yeah, dominate, and then we caught them up. We were fucking competing, and then we fell off a cliff. Chelsea come along, and Fergie still raised his game, but then Fergie leaves, and that club has gone from here to fucking here real quick. Yeah, real quick. Inside a decade, that club has gone from being the dominant force in English football, yeah, to just being a laughing stock. Like, and we won't talk about the Greenwood and all that bollocks, yeah, but that club, yeah, is fucking finished at the elite level. Yeah, they're finished. And when you look at a team like Barcelona, everyone said when Messi left, oh, they're done. And they were done for a little bit. But now they've got Aubameyang there. Yeah, they've still got good players. They've got Gavi. They've got Xavi as the manager, like one of the greatest footballers I've ever seen. Yeah, one of the greats of the game. Yeah, and he's the manager of fucking a club that is probably, well, you could argue they're the biggest club in world football. Then Real Madrid and Man United and Bayern, maybe. Yeah, them four, you can put them in any order. It don't look different. Yeah, but he's gone in there and he's tried to galvanize it, and they will rise again. I don't see Man United rising again. I don't see Arsenal rising again. And that's the difference. Barcelona will fucking come back again, whether Xavi is the manager or not. But I look at Man United and I just think, do you know what? You're finished. Yeah, you are finished. The same as Arsenal. Yeah, these two clubs are very, very similar, just on different levels in terms of global fan base. Yeah, they've got 1 billion fans globally. We've probably got, 100 million. Yeah, they're 10 times bigger than us globally and commercially. Yeah, but they're equally as finished as Arsenal. And it's sad. And every time I do the show with Rants and that, yeah, it's literally like listening to me, but the Man United version. It's like everything he says is what we're saying. Yeah, and it's like fucking hell, man. Like, how can an institutional football club like Manchester United, a club that I've grown up on, Jez and Kenny, I know you guys see it before me, but they were still a big football club. Yeah, like we know about the Munich disaster and all of that. They were still fucking massive back in the day. Yeah, they were massive back in the day, and then Fergie came in and just took them next level. Yeah, but they were still a fucking big club. Now you look at Man United, they're just a laughing stock. Yeah, and that is what happens when you get an owner that don't give a shit like we've got. You then get a fan base that is more interested in just fucking having banter online, which is what the majority of Man U fans are like online. Yeah, obviously they've got a billion fans, so they're not all online maybe, but our fans and their fans, it's just about having camaraderie and banter and fucking, oh, look at you. And when you look at Chelsea, for example, yeah, Man City's slightly different because they've got less fans, right? But when you look at Chelsea, Chelsea are on par with Arsenal for fan base. And maybe they've got more fans globally. I don't know. When you look at their fans, the general consensus for Chelsea fans online, they're all on the same page pretty much. Yeah, you don't do it for 4 months, 3 months. You lose 4 games in a row, there's a drama. Arsenal fans, oh, but it's VAR. Man U, oh, but it's this. Yeah, always an excuse. Chelsea, because of the culture that they've built under Abramovich over the last 15 years, they're all on the same page. Yeah, Arsenal and Man United are finished, mate. Yeah, we ain't coming back. Like, we're never. You guys have fucking seen the greatest of Arsenal, the same as me and same as some of the people in the chat. We will never see Arsenal or Man United win a league title ever again. Yeah, we won't. Yeah, and that sounds stupid. Liverpool went 30 fucking years without a title. Who would have thought that back in the 80s? Yeah, Kenny, you say this to me all the time. In 2004, when we went invincible, if you had said, oh, we've been 18 years, you'll go 18 years without another trophy, title, yeah, we would all laughed. Yeah, you're mad. You're crazy. Yes.
This is the third time we've done it, though, Lee. It's the third time we've done it, though, because let's not forget 53 to 70 didn't win anything. And from 71 to 89, we didn't win the title. And each time we all said never again. It was always the theme, reawaken the sleeping giant. Well, we've done it again. And it's repetitive. So, and that's the thing. We're talking about a total of 55 years without winning anything. Or 54 without winning anything. It's sad.
It's sad.
Shocking.
How do you see it changing, though?
Well, I think that we need an owner, you know, with as much money as Abramovich and just as ruthless as Abramovich. And so it's the only way to go, because let's not all this organic doing things organically. It's not you might win the odd Champions League once in a while, might even sneak in the league, but in terms of domination, you can't dominate without having owners of that pedigree. I'm sorry to say that, Arsenal fans. I know I respect the fact that you wanted some identity and want to do things organically, but for sporting elite, it's just not about that. It's all about it's all about having the biggest brother with the biggest muscles and the biggest backup, and that's what football's become. And we just have to join them. Tough shit. If survival of the fittest, it's too ruthless now. You know, everyone's a billionaire. You just need to have someone with more foresight. That's how I look at it.
And yeah, but the problem we have is our owner is in the top 20 billionaires in the world for wealth. Yeah. So unless we go and find a Jeff Bezos or an Elon Musk, where are we finding this guy?
It's not about. It's the mentality, though, because Bournemouth. Everyone, as I said before, people say, "Oh yeah, but we just want a billionaire." Well, we've got one, but we haven't got Chelsea's billionaire or Man City's billionaires, multi-billionaires. We're in the mentality. You know, being a football owner is not about having money; it's about having the mentality of winning.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chelsea's owners got that mentality. The Sheikhs have got that mentality. Yeah, Arsenal and Man United owners, and people have put it down to them being American. Yeah, I disagree. Right, it's not about them being American. Yeah, it's just about how they are. Yeah, like people say, like if you look at Josh and Stan Kroenke's businesses over the globe, yeah, most of them are American, right? They're in the fucking Super Bowl. They're in the Super Bowl. So you can cuss that guy off all you like and say, oh, we don't care about winning. Well, it's teams in the biggest fucking sporting event in world sport. Yeah, that'll be watched by billions of people. It's going to be the most advertised and most expensive advertised show on the planet. Yeah, that guy, yeah, has moved that club from this place to this place, 500 miles. They're in the Super Bowl. So when people say you can't do it and you can't win under this owner, I disagree, because I think we can win under this owner. Yeah, but people just like to jump on the Kroenkes, and I get why, because listen, they dictate everything about the football club, right? And they can hire and fire. But at the same time, if you actually look at the history of their football clubs or their hockey clubs or their baseball clubs or whatever they own, yeah, right, they've done everything exactly the same as Arsenal. They've hired a young coach. They've done it on a cheap, yeah, but they've thrown money at certain things, but they've always got to finals. They've always got to the event. Yeah, they just don't tend to win them so much. Yeah, and that is where
we had. Sorry to jump in.
Yes, go on.
But we had Emery, and we were doing quite well under Emery.
Yeah,
and the Kroenkes, whether it was them or not, I don't know. They brought him in, and he was doing quite well. The fact of it's the winning mentality. Anybody who owns a football, hockey, baseball, American football, netball team, doesn't matter. They always want to win. The problem is, I think, is the fact that there's no direct, like Man United, there is no direct everyday management from those people that own the club. They're too distant. It's nothing to do with their fact they're American. They could be Australian. Abramovich isn't there every day because he can't come in the country, but he's in touch all the time. Yeah, his influence of what direction he wants the club to go is totally different to the Kroenkes. Now, let's put it right. The Kroenkes have thrown lots and lots of money at Arteta, £250 million. But you have to ask the question of what has Arteta done with that money? He's bought some good players, but he's bought some pretty shit players. He hasn't attracted top level players because, let's get it right, yeah? Case in point, Vlahovic, who went to Juventus, and the reason he went there, he made the statement he wants to go to a winning club.
Yeah.
Because he can see bad management, bad direction, lack of ambition, a club that will accept mediocrity. So why would he want to come here? So we have to accept bang average players, like a bang average bloody midfielder that we bought with Arteta. And we've got a bang average, below average actually, a D- fucking manager at Arsenal who pisses off players, and he's proven it with Aubameyang, he's proven it with Martinez, Ozil, he's proven it, yeah, with Guendouzi, yeah, he's proven it with Saliba. Who else is going to get pissed off? And I can tell you players are getting pissed off. I can tell you. Tierney. That young lad came in, he was awesome. He's now average. Ramsdale, didn't want him, came in, proved me wrong, hands up, okay, fair play. Last couple of games, he's been wobbly. Yeah? Because I can tell you, I've never met the man, but I can tell from his complete management style, Arteta is an arrogant prick. And he pisses players off purely and simply because I guarantee you in that bloody changing room, he doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't take advice from anybody. He stands on the touchline, waving like a bloody windmill, directing aircraft all around Europe. And this guy is going to cost us big time. And for the people out there that think, oh, well, let's get top four. Why? What are we going to do? We haven't got a squad. we'll get raped in Europe, and we will be an embarrassment to this football club of great tradition. And it is an absolute bloody disgrace. And I'm pissed off of it. And I have actually made the comment last night at Del Boy, I will not be buying a season ticket next year. I will not be going to any more Emirates games this year, because I will not give this club any money to continue having this fraud of a manager as in charge. Because all the time we have, as Lee quite rightly said, we're going to do absolutely jack shit. And it is truly embarrassing to think that we are now at the same level as Tottenham. Now, I do see Tottenham as a rival because I was brought up with it. Lived in it, you know, Kenny, you're the same. You were there.
Yeah.
You know, they are a rival to me. Man United.
I know they're rivals. When I say that, I'm only saying it not in jest, but I'm saying it because they don't win fuck all.
No, but you know, North
so
London,
I don't want to be with losers. I know there are rivals. Come on, we've fucking got the whole fucking getting voted back in. Their Middlesex fucking postcode changed and all that bollocks. And then, like, obviously we shared their ground in the war. I know they're our rival, but I don't see them as rival because my standards are higher than fucking competing with fucking serial losers. Yeah, it's like, give me Chelsea. Yeah, give me Chelsea.
I get that. Chelsea now in London, let's talk about London. Chelsea are our biggest rivals, without a question of a doubt. You know, they will overtake us in trophies won within the next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
No question. And let's you know, people today, there was a guy in your chat right at the beginning laughing at Man United. Well, let's put it fucking right here, fella. And you know who I'm talking about because you were in here earlier. We went out in the 3rd round 2 seasons on the trot. Southampton, Notts Forest. That is embarrassing. Man United made it to the 4th round, so they won it on us.
Yeah.
You know? So let's forget all the fucking rubbish about.
Didn't they get to the quarters last year? I'm sure they got to the quarters last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They got lost to Leicester in the quarters last year.
Yeah.
And got a semis the year before.
Our fans are sitting there laughing at them, but they got quarters and they got 4th round. We've got what, 3rd round and 4th round.
3rd round. You know,
pathetic.
Big up, well done. You know, how can we sit there as a fan base and laugh at Man United when they went through to the 4th round and got knocked out?
How can you even, Jez, fuck all that shit, yeah? How can Arsenal fans laugh at Manchester United when they're the biggest club in England?
Exactly.
Forget the fan base, forget like the history and all that. Just look at their trophies. That is the equivalent of Luton Town, laughing at Liverpool.
Yeah, but the thing with it, Lee, that's all Arsenal fans have. Like, for instance, everything all 3 of us have said in regarding one bigging up admitting that Chelsea are going to be a bigger club than us in terms of trophy haul in a few years' time. That's sacrilege to these professional or desperate to be the best Arsenal supporters. I put them in the same bracket. And it's the same with them, the fact that how dare we criticise any Arsenal fan for laughing at Man United or laughing at Liverpool 2 years ago when they didn't get the Invincible trophy, because it's all a game. I swear to God that a lot of fans, their first instinct is probably not to laugh at Man United and not to boast about the fact that our trophy's gold and what's yours, but they're imitators. They want it to be seen as the great Arsenal supporter, so they say, "Oh, follow this guy on Twitter because he's such a great supporter and a great guy, and he's a true gooner." I mean, we're all true gooners. The minute you choose Arsenal as a club, you're a true gooner. Simple as that, as far as I'm concerned. Don't matter whether you go or not or anything, you're a true gooner. You know, so what I'm trying to say is that you should have your individual supporters experience, but all we're saying is that we don't want to be part of that. we don't want to support Arsenal in that sort of way where we're in denial of our one, Arsenal's decline, one, the fact that we can't attract big players, and two, the fact that we want to concentrate on making Arsenal great again at all costs. You know, which means not going and saying, "Oh, everything's all right in the dressing room," and that he must back Arteta no matter what. And most importantly, as well, is that we don't try and make fans feel better or use things like a supporter is someone who supports. Well, we all support. Everyone in this panel has been to a cup final. Everyone in this panel has either still has a season ticket for years, like myself, or has had season ticket. So we spent enough money on this football club, and
if we was to add up how much money we've spent over the fucking years watching this club, we're touching £1 million. Between the three of us, that ain't even a joke. For shirts, for tickets, for away trips, for flights, for drink, for accommodation. Yeah, Kenny, you go everywhere. You've had your season ticket for fucking donkeys. Yeah, Jez, I know you were fucking for donkeys, right? Then add in the away trips that you guys have done, all the merch that you guys have done. Then add in the fucking away trips that I have done, the home tickets, the shirt. Add it all up, yeah? Trust me, that's touching fucking maybe 3/4 of a meal. Yeah, that doesn't make us better fans than somebody who wakes up at 4 a.m. in Singapore to watch a game. But what it does do is it makes you feel a little bit closer because you lived it. Yeah, which is why so many people watch this program, because so many people that watch this program have never been. And when we're all 10 above each other. No, we're not better than them. We're not better than them. That's not what I'm saying.
We're defending ourselves because we get told we're not committed.
Oh, you're a fake fan. Fuck off down the lane, mate. Yeah. What with Conte? Yeah, with Conte.
Or someone had the audacity when we got stitched up a few years ago on AFTV for something we didn't bloody do, where they had the cheek to come and say we're laughing after the fit when we weren't bloody doing it. When there's people in that room who were laughing, and it weren't us, but we got the blame. They had the cheek to come and try and question my support, and yet, well, this is my defence. I go, so I go all the time. I spend thousands of this time. I go away games, spend thousands because I want to, and I love watching football. And I love watching Arsenal. My first port of call is that if someone offered me a ticket to go and watch another club, I'll take to shove it because it's not Arsenal. So how more committed do you want me to be? But I'm not going to say.
You're sat there in your Hugh Hefner dressing gown with Arsenal patch on.
That's the thing.
I feel like I need to put an Arsenal shirt on. Like, you two are mugging me off.
You know what is me, right? I'm not having people try and question my support because I refuse to.
But that's the internet, Kenny. That's the internet. You'll get somebody that's fucking 12 years old hiding behind a picture.
Lee, it got worse. I had a couple of African guys, right? Nigerian guys, and it was after the Watford game, and I was chatting to a collection. One of them came and goes, "Oh, hello, Kenny." I said, "Yeah, hello. How are you?" He went, "How comes you hate Arsenal?" I went, "What do you mean? How comes I hate Arsenal?" Me, I said, "This is a season ticket." Oh, but every time I see you in a podcast, you're always saying that we're not good enough because we're not good enough. We haven't won a trophy for the league for 18 years, and look at this big club, this club that you got a ticket from. Look how big it is. You see this monument of club. Do you think we should be settling for the rubbish we're seeing now? And, but sometimes you be positive. How can you be positive about that? That's what I was told the guy. He came up to me and said, "I hate Arsenal. I hate Arsenal." Yes, he came up to me saying, "I hate Arsenal." How? How can I hate this club?
Yeah. But this is the thing. People sit there and think we hate the football club. No, we criticize. And I personally, I know you two are slightly different. I fucking go deep on this football club. I slag this club off every day, which is why so many Arsenal fans don't like watching me personally and say I'm toxic. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I have done nearly 200 grand, probably more, watching this football club, supporting this football club. How fucking dare I not get so upset watching this club that I fell in love with be a shadow of the club I fell in love with fucking 40 years ago, or 36 years, or 34. Yeah, you guys have seen it before me. You've lived it. You felt it. Jez, you was literally open your door. You're there. Kenny, you grew up in that fucking area. You're literally a mile away. Yeah, the whole area is Gooner. Yeah, you guys have lived it more than me. I'm not fucking trying to be a bigger or better fan. And listen, the money spent should be irrelevant. But when you feel hurt by the football club and it's a shadow of the club that you found love with, yeah, you found love with that club for a reason, because it was a release. It was something that you felt happy. You could smile. And it was like, fucking hell, yeah, fuck day-to-day shit. I'm going to the Arsenal. Yeah. When you look at it now, it's not the Arsenal anymore. It's, oh, let's drop another merch. Oh, look, we got no more red, which is a great fucking cause, by the way. I'm just using that as an example. But then we've got the 424 Adidas. Then we've got this drop. Then we got that drop. It's a fucking disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. This football club has turned into a fashion icon club. That's it. Fashion icon and a cash cow. Yeah, and that's not a dig at anyone across the globe that hasn't been to the club, because I know there's millions of people that watch this show, yeah, and watch YouTube that have never been, and they'd love to go. Yeah, and I'm not bigger or better, and neither are you guys. We know this, yeah. Just because we've been and you guys still go, yeah, we're not bigger or better than people that have not been. And Flo Zanelli comes in my chat all the time, yeah. He's a fucking wind-up merchant about Granit Xhaka. Bro, that guy came into the North Bank, yeah. He was at Chelsea away. You probably remember him, Kenny, yeah? Yeah, when Claude had one of his funny turns, bless him. Yeah. Right.
Oh no, I remember that, man.
Yeah, the second one, when we met David Dean with Afsal, yeah, right? That guy, big up to Flo, yeah? That guy lives in Australia, right? He came all the way and he said, can you help get tickets? I said, bro, we can get tickets, cool, right? That guy was the loudest guy in the North Bank, yeah? Die-hard Arsenal fans from local are looking at this Australian guy like he's a fucking alien because he's starting all the chants. Yeah, and it's like, you're the loudest guy here. Why? How? Yeah, because he had so much passion for it, because he'd never been. And it was like he's feeling it. He wants to suck it in. And this is why I respect people that get up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. They stay up until 6 a.m. They go asleep, then they get up, then they watch that shit and we lose to Burnley or draw to Burnley. Then they go to work. It ruins their whole day. Yeah, you get up in America, whatever time, whatever. Yeah, I respect every overseas fan. Yeah, but when I see dickheads online from overseas that slag people like Jez and slag people like you because of your views on the club, when you've grown up, you've felt it, you've been born into it, you live around the corner, that's when I get the ump. Yeah, because they're disrespecting the fact that you've lived it, you've seen it, you loved it, you've grown up in it. People like
I don't blame them. Like, I don't blame
them.
You know who I blame? You know who I blame? The ones I blame, I won't name them, but you know who I blame. They're the ones who make subtle things. Like, for instance, you know, that pork chop that said that the reason why we wanted a Spurs game to go ahead is because we wanted Arsenal.
Then he sat on next man's channel and said, I wanted the game to go ahead. I can't believe it was cancelled. Yeah, and I really wanted. Really funny that. 2 days earlier, you said that we were all scumbags.
What's all about? The thing about it, right, is that they are heavily influenced by those sort of people. Because, again, as like I said, Winston Churchill says, Mark Twain says, before the truth puts on their trousers, a lie will travel all around the world, and that's what happens with people. If you get your story out first, then your lies are believed. If you get in there and show you're a great supporter, and then say we're asleep at the wheel, that's it. As far as they're concerned, the other podcasters and even the fan cams are the head of the fan base, and that people like us should not be listened to. In fact, we should be denigrated and have rotten tomatoes thrown at us.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, if you go against the general consensus, you get labelled as controversial. How's it controversial? Well, because I've got a different fucking opinion. I used to get labelled that all the time, by the way, which is one of the reasons why I was looking to get away from the other thing, yeah. And then obviously what happened with our late friend, yeah. But it's like, I'm not controversial. I'm just saying what I think, yeah. And Jez, you're the same. Like,
well, Jez, speak honestly. We I mean, let's be fair. I mean, I'd go in hard. I went in very hard on Dell's channel last night on Arsenal, and I speak facts. And if people don't like it, then you don't like it. I don't care. It's my opinion, you know, and I'm entitled to my opinion, as is everybody else is entitled to their opinion. Now, the fact of the matter is, you know, I've been around Arsenal a long time, so I've seen various grades of Arsenal. And at the moment, we are at a very, very big low. And I don't accept mediocrity in any form. You know, I want Arsenal to be the best. You can't, you know, we all know no football team can be the best all the time, but we are shit. And we have a shit manager with a crap load of bloody management behind him. And I don't want that. I want to be able to say Arsenal can compete. And we can't compete in the under-14s girls team down the road. You know, our ladies team is 10 times better.
Oh, yeah. They're top of the table. They're top of the league.
Yeah.
Just that.
yeah.
Literally. Ladies team play, to be honest.
They're still challenging for a title, Kenny. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We're not. We're sitting there going, oh, well, if we get Europa League, then that's a progress from last season. Fuck that. We came out of Europe to get back in the same competition we came out of. Yeah, come on. Yeah, we're throwing away 2 cup competitions this season. Turn it in. Yeah,
we're supposed to be competing with Europe's elite.
Yeah, no, we can't compete with Nottingham fucking Forest. Yeah, come on. We're competing with fucking Wolves. We got Wolves next Thursday.
Yeah. What's going to happen there?
Bro, we got them twice this month. Yeah, they are a sick football team. I don't know what their result was today. I don't even give a shit.
They lost. But don't worry. Don't. You know what's happening is that the positive fans
they're saving us.
Wolves lost. Wolves lost. All these people bigging up Wolves. Look at them. They lost. It's like last season when everyone was slagging people like us off because Mourinho got a sack and because Ancelotti left Everton. Oh, your favourite managers have lost their jobs. Yeah, but all right, fair enough. But what's
saying about Ancelotti, Lee? What are you saying about Ancelotti? Oh, Ancelotti, what, the guy that's going to win the La Liga? Yeah, he's 10 points clear. Yeah, the guy that's deep in the Champions League. Yeah, the team that he was at Everton. Yeah, he left because the biggest club on the planet, or one of them, wanted him to come back after he'd already done the madness there. Oh yeah, that Ancelotti. Yeah, but it weren't good enough for Arsenal. Yeah, he's washed. He's finished. Yeah. What about Conte? Oh, but Conte's shit. Really? Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's see what Conte does at Tottenham. Oh, but they're shit. Yeah, they are shit. Yeah, but guess what? He'll still finish above us this season. They've got a worse squad than us. Yeah, because he's a better manager. Then next season, when he gets his players, they'll be in a title charge. They won't win it. Yeah, they'll finish 10, 15 points behind in the end. But they'll be there or thereabouts for 4, 5, 6 months. Then they'll fall away. Then the following season, they'll be in it. Look at when he went to Inter. But he got them to the Europa League final against Sevilla and lost that, yeah? Right? That season, right? And this is what pisses me off, lads, right? People go, oh, you can't just overhaul the squad in one season, one summer. Yeah, you can. Because Sevilla and Inter, that Europa League final 2 summers ago, yeah? They had 27 new fucking signings. One had 13, one had 14. They got to the final. Are you telling me Sevilla spent more than us? Because they never. Yeah, but they got to the final and won it. Yeah, and it's like they got Lopetegui as manager. I'd sack Arteta for him in a heartbeat. Yeah, he is a fucking stick manager.
Yeah, but Lee, what's happening right now is that if you write a check, right. If you get a check, right, and you do it, you put the person's name on, but you don't put how much you're going to give the person, then as far as they're concerned, you can make it up as you go along. Arteta can, make up as much time as he wants. The same with, his lovers and supporters as well. And that's the thing with Arteta, right, is that if we finish 8th this season or 9th, or we finish 7th, some are going to say it's an improvement on last season because we're a place up from last season. And if we finished 8th or 10th, we said, right, this is a season of turmoil. We had to get rid of a lot of players and we had to balance the book. Now we don't have to sell anyone. We've got all this money, £200 million. When Arteta gets his team, judge him then. Judge him next season. That's what they're going to say. You know it.
Yeah, but Kenny, it was Oh, he needs 4 transfer windows. Okay, cool. He's had 5.
Yeah.
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 Do you remember that? He needs 4
Yeah.
transfer windows. He's had 5. We're worse off now than we were at the 1st of January. Lacazette gets injured, right? People sit there and go, oh, but Lacazette brings more to the team than Aubameyang. Why? How? What? Because he runs around and looks like he's busy and he falls over and he backs in and he pops his arse out. Yeah, does exactly what fucking Harry Kane does, but don't look at the geezer when he's doing it. So fucking Harry Kane will get told he's dangerous play, but Lacazette's not looking, but he's already slyly looked and pop his arse out. And the geezer goes, oh, but that's okay because he's got work rate. Yeah, the cunt scored 3 goals this season. He's had 14 shots. Gabriel Magalhaes has had fucking same shots. Aubameyang has not played for months. Yes, he's been shit, but he's still our best player up front.
Yeah, we know why he was shit. Because
he's playing left wing.
Pissed him off. And he's come out of it. And
he sat there and snide dig and said, Xavi sees me as a number 9. It was like, that's a fucking dig at Arteta because your whole career you've played number 9. Yeah. That manager, that man, that fucking dictator has played you left wing back pretty much because that's what he was. He's tackling back at fucking helping Tierney out. Bro, put that geezer in a penalty box. I hope he smashed it. I've never been to Barcelona in my life, ever. It's a 10-hour drive from here, yeah? Trust me. One of my friends lives in Barcelona. I am going to go and watch Aubameyang smash it up in Barcelona. Yeah, that guy, yeah, I fucking like him. Yeah, yes, he's been shit. Yes, he's got an attitude. Yes, he's got a fucking chip on his shoulder. But you know what? Yeah, I knew he was Arteta out from time ago, and I knew he was fed up of playing left wing. Pepe, yeah, and I'm glad he came out and said what he said. Oh, the only problem I had was Arteta. I'm so glad he said that.
Well, it's the truth, though. It's not a lie. I don't understand why a lot of our fans are now slagging him off and saying
they will get along. Dan Kenny is.
You see someone on Twitter. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. I was thinking, well, hang on here. What do you expect them to say? You stripped him the captaincy. You outed him twice. You know, you didn't keep it in house, and then you basically told him to go and train with the kids. And then when you're going on a club tour, no, you're not coming. Buzz, you know, stay away from.
We'll take that wheelchair with us. We'll take wheelchair with us. Yeah, cool.
I mean, a lot of these fans who are Arsenal fans, what did you expect? If same Adebayor trying to defend him, he left under a cloud. What do these guys expect? You know, not everyone's going to say.
No, he's a snake. He's a disgrace. No, he's not. That's what because you know what? That fucking motherfucker, as much as a disgrace we all thought he was at the time, when he came out and he run the whole length of the fucking pitch like Linford Christie, bruv, yeah, and he was gone. And
we knew he was going to do that. We knew he was going to do that. So
but you know what? When he finally came out and said, yo, I went to training on pre-season and Wenger said to me, we're selling you to City. And he was like, Gaffer, I don't want to leave. He goes, you leave or you're in the reserves. So we were like, okay, cool. We might not believe Adebayor. He's a snake. He's gone Man City.
Wenger, he told David Seaman
comes out with it 5 years later.
He said that to David Seaman. He said to David Seaman, if you don't leave or go at Man City on a free, that you're going to be the third choice goalkeeper. So he has done it before.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Kenny, right? Our fans with Adebayor, it was slightly different because it was 30-odd goal season. Yeah. And Adebayor has come back to training thinking, I'm the man. 30-odd goals? What? Yeah, let's go. New contract. When he did that, everyone was, and even I was like, fucking Adebayor, you prick, this and that. When it was only when Van Persie sat on BT Sport, and Van Persie said exactly the same as Adebayor 5 years later, 6 years, whatever it was, and he said, I scored 30-odd goals. You know that mad season he had? Yeah. And he said, and I said to the gaffer, I want a new contract. Yeah, give me a new contract, but I want to see you sign some good players. That was the season. That was the summer of the 40 million and one, I think, with Suarez. Yeah. Right. And
no, summer before that.
It was the summer before. You're right. Yeah. And he was like, I want to see some fucking action, but I'll sign a new deal. He said, he sat on BT Sport with Lampard and whoever else was in the studio. He said, they never offered me a new contract. It was only then that I realized, you know what? Adebayor's not a liar. Yeah, because this happened 5, 6, 7 years ago with Adebayor. We kicked our best striker out of the club. Yeah. And then we've now kicked our next best striker out of the club. And it's like,
no, it was 2 years. It was 2 years. It was about 3 years between the both of them. But
But there you
Arsene
go.
Wenger's got a thing like that. Arsene Wenger is the most ruthless managerial. Everyone talks about he's like your daddy. Hang on, your daddy in 9 years when we won Sweet FA. In fact, in his last 9 years at the club, trounced £100 million. Your dad
told everyone we can't compete whilst making a fucking fortune.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not slagging him off for that when he was fleecing our club. Why can't people just come out and say Arsene Wenger fleeced Arsenal Football Club? Yeah, he made it great.
I took 150 million from Arsenal. 150 million from Arsenal.
Why can't people just come out and just say it? He fleeced the club for his own ends when he realised that we weren't going to compete. So rather than do the honourable thing and go and accept jobs from Real Madrid, he stayed here and carried on the gravy train. But no one says that. Why are people scared of saying that Arsene Wenger, one, was the start of our decline, and he caused it, and the fact that he benefited from it.
Millions of our fans. Here's the reason: the millions and millions and millions, like 100 million of our fans, online, support Arsenal because of that man, because of him, Vieira, Pires, and Henry. Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. He did good things at the club. He did great things at the football club. No one's going to deny it. But the fact is, he became a businessman at the expense of the football club. And he, I said, he alongside the Kroenkes and the other people at the club, he went down the road of profit before success on the pitch. When he realised he couldn't win a Champions League, people just tell the truth.
Getting paid a commission. Sean Dyche at Burnley gets paid a commission every time he sells a player for profit. Yeah, Wenger was on that deal. Wenger was on that deal, bruv.
Every manager, all the long-term managers are on it. All the long-term managers are on it. All of them on it. Why can't people just tell the truth? I think that's the problem with football now. People just do not want to tell the truth because they want to protect a person's legacy. Arsene Wenger's legacy will never, ever get tarnished at Arsenal for what he's done at the football club. He's going to get his trophy, a statue, well deserved.
I don't give a shit. I hate him.
Look at all the other managers. Give George Graham a trophy. Why can't George Graham get a trophy? He did a lot for us as well.
You can't do that. No, that's a disgrace. No, because he took a brown envelope, mate. He took a brown envelope, mate. That's a disgrace. Disgrace. If you look at his fucking games to trophies record, it's better than Wenger's.
The thing is, getting back to the point about players with attitude. I like players with attitude because let's think about this one. Why does Xhaka play every week? He's a yes man. Yeah. Why does Bellerin play every week? He's a yes man.
Yes man. Yeah.
Now we can have a different
another yes man.
Yeah, we can have a different opinion about when we have William because I'm sure there was something in his contract to play a certain number of games. I'm convinced of that. But I got no proof, so I don't know it. Now, let's look at the proven track record of Arteta. Anybody that stands up to him and says, bollocks, they're gone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And you can probably say that maybe with Pepe. Doesn't like Arteta's attitude, doesn't like his tactics, doesn't like his form of play. He benches him. You could say that probably with Maitland-Niles. Maybe one day on training or whatever, he didn't like something and he benches him. The man is an absolute complete fraud. He pisses off players, and I've said it time and time again. All the time this guy is here, he is a major cancer in this club, and he is not the man to attract better class players. So let's when he goes and continues on, which he will to the summer, let's just see who he can attract. Now, I've already seen a couple of things saying he's going to be given 150 million to spend. That's not a lot of money, needing what we need.
Well, considering when he spunked fucking 1/3 that on a shit centre back.
Yeah, and we need a top world class striker.
Yeah, and which one's coming, Jez? Which one's coming? Who?
Exactly.
Why would you want to say Arteta?
There's two of them coming, isn't it?
It's not attracting great players Lacazette will be gone.
Yeah.
We know that. Yeah. So he's pretty, out the road. So we now got Entekia and Martinelli.
He's going, Jess. He's going.
Well, good, because I don't rate him. But
he's crap anyway.
Is Martinelli will have big teams sniffing around him.
Fact.
Yeah? You're going to have Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, Juventus, Inter Milan, players like that.
Liverpool, United,
Man City, Liverpool. They're all going to be sniffing around that kid. And I'll tell you what,
he's the Mane replacement. It's already fucking mate. Klopp's already come out and said he's generational. He's fucking insane. Yeah, he's the Mane replacement. And this is the thing, like, why would you want to go and play for Mikel Arteta? He got capped 0 fucking times for Spain, right? You could go. He's got all the arrogance of Pep off of the back of what? Nothing. You were a fringe player at Real Sociedad. You were a fucking dickhead at PSG. You were shit at Rangers. You were a panic buyer at fucking Arsenal, and you're an Everton legend. Everton, come collect your legend. Yeah, because he's fucking shit.
But they got. You know, I think the thing with Mikel is the fact is that he's highly recommended by a lot of people who've.
Yeah, it's all PR, Kenny.
Even so, that's what got him the job. He got a job on the back of recommendations from Arsene Wenger.
How many footballers? How many fucking footballers? Have made a career out of football by being shit off of the back of recommendations and leg ups and fucking pushed into.
There's truckloads of them.
Yeah. Thank you. And this is the same with this manager. Yeah. This guy, because he sat next to Pep, he's great. Okay. Well, on that basis, then Steve Bold should have got the job. Yeah. Because he sat next to a fucking Arsenal legend, Wenger. Yeah. Not a Man City legend.
Stuart Houston get the job at Arsenal. Stuart Houston get the job after George Graham left.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. Like, and this is the thing. Like, I look at it and I just think, like, so many people have had a leg up in this fucking job, in this industry. Yeah, it's a disgrace, right? And people like Poch, Wenger, Pep's never going to slag him off. Every time we play Man City, Pep sucks him off. He's on his knees gushing. Yeah, of course he is, because he knows it's a fucking easy win. Yeah, Wenger's never going to slag Arteta off. It was his captain when we ended the trophy drought. Yeah, it was a panic buy for 10 mil on fucking deadline day. Yeah, it's like, when you look at fucking the shit throughout Arteta's career, he's been bang average everywhere other than Everton. Yeah, let's be real. The guy scored penalty and free kick. That's it. Yeah, that's all he did. Penalty and free kick for Arsenal. The guy was fucking shit. When we got slapped 6-0 on Wenger's 1000th game, who was the worst player on the pitch? Oh, yeah, Arteta.
I was there. I remember it.
Salah scored the first goal. Salah didn't even fucking come back to fucking Premier League until fucking 8 years later. Yeah. Salah scored the first goal. Yeah. Worst player, Mikel Arteta. Yeah. Mikel Arteta. And this is the thing. People have got very short memories and people get sucked in, by fucking PR and propaganda. Oh, but Wenger and Pep. Yeah, they've promoted this guy. Oh, Pochettino. Yeah, fucking what? The same Poch who was singing about his mum being a whore. Yeah? Yeah, the same guy, yeah? But Poch said he's good. And Wenger, the same guy you wanted out. And Pep that you called a fucking bald fraud. And he's only fucking fraudiola because he's got money. So fraudiola, Wenger being a fucking fraud because he's past it. And fucking Poch who don't win nothing. Them three people that you don't like have boosted this guy, but now you rate him. Oh, really?
There's still, yeah, but the fact is, I don't know, there's just some, it's an Arsenal thing, because let's not forget.
Because our fans are weirdos, Kenny, that's why.
No, it's not, it's the club as well, because let's not forget, you know, Arsenal or what West Ham used to be before they sacked John Lyall. You remember that? Remember, like West Ham, John, when they never used to sack managers, and they sacked John Lyall in '89 for getting relegated, and they became a sacking club. Arsenal are not a sacking club. The only managers who ever get sacked for poor performance, and let's face it, is when the crowd have had enough. But Bruce Rioch never fitted the mould. Even when I heard Bruce Rioch got the Arsenal job, I thought, what, him? I didn't think it would last. When I heard Unai Emery got a job, there was always something in the back of my mind. I thought, you know what, this ain't a long-term thing, because what I was hearing at the time, Mikel Arteta was very highly fancied and someone that the board were very impressed with. So I just thought, you know what, I didn't say it at the time, but when Unai Emery got sacked, I was expecting a big name, and then Claw went up to me and goes, I heard it's Arteta. One, I was furious. Second thing, I said, yeah, it makes sense. But
the reason everyone was so fucking sucking off Arteta is because of the praise. Unai Emery, at the time that we signed that guy as manager, yeah, this ain't even a lie. You can go and check it, Google it, whatever. When we signed Unai Emery, that guy was the most decorated in trophies in the previous 5 seasons than any manager in the world. Not Pep, not Klopp, not fucking anyone. He was the most decorated manager. And people go, oh, but you come from the French league. Oh, really? Yeah, okay, what? The same French league that fucking you're sucking off Poch for fucking bigging up Arteta? Yeah? Come on. Yeah? He was the most decorated manager. But he was directly after Arsene Wenger. You could have been after Arsene Wenger. They wouldn't have given you a chance.
What I don't understand, right? What I don't understand is that they pinpoint every catastrophe from Unai Emery, and they say that football's not sustainable. You know, and they go on other shows to say that. Well, how comes we've had catastrophic results? We've had catastrophic inconsistency at the football club under this manager, and we had the quality of football that is decreased under this manager. Yet we're not allowed to call it out. But when it's Unai Emery, boom, boom. What have we missed something? Are we actually watching top class football?
No, it's not about winning anymore. It's about sucking off Mikel Arteta's wig. It's about sucking off his drip and his Gucci and his Prada. It's about, oh, let's just be the best fan online. It's all about bullshit, which is why this show has got fucking nearly 900 people watching, because they come here for real talk, not bullshit talk, yeah? So when you see these other dickhead channels that want to sit there and chat their shit to get their Football London fucking contract and to get their fucking...
you mean that guy? You mean that guy?
Fucking knob. Fuck him.
He's one of the biggest pork chops.
But do you know what? Yeah, honestly, that guy can go suck his mum with a McDonald's straw, bro. Fuck McDonald's straw, yeah? Fucking Burger King straw, yeah? You know what? People come and watch this, yeah? Because it's real fucking talk, right? And even if you're not an Arsenal fan, you can see it comes from here, from all 3 of us, yeah? And I'm sick to death, right? We could have hired Pep straight after fucking Wenger, right? Yeah, we could have hired Pep. Pep would have been hung, drawn, and quartered the same as Unai Emery. Yeah, our fans, we got to the first European final in 25, 26 years.
Yeah,
right? And he finished 2 points off third. Yeah, if we finish 7th this season after 2 8th place finishes with this fucking bastard, yeah, right, after spending $250 million, our fans are
they still want to keep him. They still want to keep him.
It's progress. We finished 8th twice. It's progress. But Unai Emery, oh no, he's not got nice hair. He don't speak. He hasn't got nice drip. He don't wear Prada.
Actually, he's the same age as me, and he still plays there.
Left Arsenal Football fucking club, and he come back and he knocked us out the fucking cup to this cunt manager, yeah? And this is how humble that guy is. He could have fucking knee slid across that stadium, yeah, across the pitch when he knocked us out, yeah? He didn't. He could have done that in front of everyone. He went straight down the tunnel, let his players celebrate. They got the banner out and all of that. And then he did the interview and he said, well, listen, it is what it is. You know, I've got no hard feelings, blah, blah, blah. In his fucking heart and in his head and in his stomach, he was fucking partying. He was going, fuck you, Vinay. Fuck you, Edu. Fuck you, Arteta. Fuck you, Arsenal fans, jumping up and down against Frankfurt.
He got stitched up. That man got stitched up.
That's why I like him, man. And then he went and won it again, 4th time. Yeah? 4th time, he won it again, yeah? Arteta has won 1 trophy. Fuck the fucking glorified soccer age, yeah? Yeah, because the Charity Shield, that's all it is. He's won 1 trophy, and we'll always be grateful for that because we love the FA Cup. But he will never, ever, ever have the fucking resume that Unai Emery's got. Ever. Because when he gets sacked, which he will, he'll be at fucking Division 4 fucking Ibiza. Yeah, he'll be managing Ibiza, bruv. Yeah, fuck him. Guy's a prick.
Arteta is never going to win Arsenal Football Club the Premier League title.
No.
He
Facts.
doesn't have the brain power. He doesn't have the skill level. He certainly doesn't have the management ability to manage. I watched a great program the other week. It was about Brian Clough. Brian Clough, one of the greatest managers in English football.
One of the funniest guys in football ever.
And one of his comments was, he made the comment was, you can never manage every footballer the same way.
Yeah.
Every footballer has a different mentality, a skill level, a personality, and a sense of humour. So I have to manage every player differently. And he admitted, I upset players, but then I have to help players. Emery does not have that capability. He is an absolute leech on players because all he wants is players.
You mean Arteta, mate?
Sorry, beg your pardon, Arteta. He's a leech on players because unless a player plays to his way, his management thinking, they are out of the team. Now let's just think. Yeah, Thursday night we're away at Molineux, difficult place to go and play. Yeah, we ain't got Partey. He's banned. Yeah, he's out.
Don't worry, Xhaka's back, mate. It's fine.
Well, that's what I said earlier because he's a bloody yes man, and he will suck up to Arteta and say
he's our midfield chess. According to certain people, Jack is our midfield.
Dear God, are we?
Jack is our midfield.
That's how it is. Xhaka is the linchpin in midfield, Jez. Yeah, according to hipsters online that are trying to write
circle the Titanic, mate, and we know where the Titanic is. So, you know, so we got El Nini probably jumping in.
Oh, don't worry, mate. Don't worry. We've got Lokonga, Sambi Lokonga. No better than fucking Doozy. Yeah,
and we've got Pepe will be on the bench, I dare say.
Oh no, but according to Ian Wright, that we wheel out every time there's a fucking kit drop. According to Righty, woohoo! Let's wheel out Righty. According to Righty, Pepe needs to step up. What, the same Pepe you pussyholes have been slagging off for 3 years, saying shit. What? But now you want him to go, oh, actually, let me take it all off. Yeah, cool. Let's fucking go, bruv. Yeah,
he doesn't get on the pitch. He doesn't get on the pitch.
Exactly. But then when he gets on the pitch, he scores, he does business, and then he gets dropped. But now you lot, because fucking Uncle Righty said it, now you want that guy to step up. Yeah. I'm saying fuck you. I'm seeing my contract out and I'm leaving for nothing, you dicks.
One of the biggest things that pisses me off, and it really does, ex-Arsenal players that go on certain channels and they talk absolute bollocks. I was watching a channel. I won't mention any names.
No, go on, Jez. You say what you're saying, mate. It's all about you.
Kevin Campbell, what a complete fraud he is.
I like Kevin Campbell, but yeah, recently I can't lie. I disagree with everything. I love KC. KC's a nice guy. I've met him, man, but yeah, I disagree with everything.
he was on this channel with Stephen Fleetley, and no, sorry, I lied. It was the Blind Gooner, and there's a lady on there called Sophie. I don't know who she is. Not lovely lady, and he just all he did was shout her down. It wasn't a debate, and I actually said in the comment, you need to take control of this because all this guy is doing is talking bollocks, and he's just shouting this lady down. And you know, I don't know who she is, but she's obviously a YouTuber, I'm guessing. But it's people like him, Ian Wright, who I used to, back in the day, I admired him.
I was the white righty, bruv. Yeah, mate, I was the white righty.
But now I look at some of these players and they flip-flop all the fucking time. And it pisses me off. And I tell you why they do it, because they do it for the shows, they do it for the money, and it embarrassment to Arsenal Football Club. You know, that a player like Wrighty, who was, in my book, a legend at Arsenal, you know, let's get it right. He was the first one to break Cliff Baston's record of goal scores at Arsenal.
Yeah, he even whipped off the shirt a fucking goal early.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, a lady had it right. When he did that day at Highbury, when he broke the record, and after the game at Highbury was Cliff Baston's wife, and she was interviewed by Sky Sports or maybe the BBC, I can't say whatever. And she said, they interviewed her and they said, well, your husband's 70-year record of in the highest goal scorers gone. And she said, yes, I'm very sad, but my husband was a gentleman.
There you go. There you go. There you fucking go. And do you know what? I think we'll wrap it up there. Yeah, it's 9:30 Spaniel time. Yeah, Eubank Jr.'s fighting in an hour and a half. I need to fuck off. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much to Jez. I love you, mate. Kenny, I should have gone and put my robe on.
We've had a good time. But you know what the thing is, right, is that I say it now. Regardless of whether we got a thin squad or not, there's 9 games. He doesn't get through them, then he doesn't. Then Arsenal Football Club should not waste their money.
He doesn't deserve the job in the first place. We know.
Yeah, well,
that's the thing. No, Kenny, stop talking, man. If there's 9 games, this and there's no fuck that, Kenny. Yeah, if Klopp gets sacked right now and Klopp fucking comes out and says, I want the Arsenal job. How many of these top gooners, these fucking Arteta sexuals that have been gnawing him off for fucking 2 years, yeah? How many of them would say, actually, let's sack Arteta and get Klopp?
Yeah, would.
90%.
Have to.
Let's stop playing games, yeah? Fuck the 9 games, fuck the 2 games, fuck this, fuck that, yeah? Fact and reality is the geezer's a fraud. We all know he's a fraud. The chat know he's a fraud. We all called it early. We're seen as, you're toxic. Yeah. No, guess what, motherfuckers? Just because we say it as it is, don't mean we're toxic. It means we're real. You lot are pussies. You lot fucking scrimp and scrape and fucking lie through your teeth and pretend and get, oh my God, I've got this ex-player on and I've got that ex-player on and I'm going to get a job at Football London. Suck Football London. Fucking worst rag out there. Yeah, fuck that. We ain't about that. We're about saying it as it fucking is from here. Yeah, and everyone, big up to everyone in my chat tonight, yeah? Our chat tonight, because it ain't my podcast, it's your podcast, yeah? Yeah, I host the podcast, but it's your podcast. Big up to every motherfucker in this chat tonight, yeah? Because, do you know what? You see last week when we did the quiz, yeah? They have been fucking howling for another quiz, Jez.
I've had people speak to me on Instagram about the whole thing as well. Is that they, you know what? They want a piece of that. Some of them have said they wanted questions to be a lot, you know, from about 2000 onwards. I said, not a chance, mate. Get a book out. I said, no way.
Fuck that, man. There was football before 2000.
I've done one, which is I've got 3 already written. We can do them over a period of time, whenever you want to do it. But I've done one.
Once a month. You need to do it once a month.
Yeah, I can do
once
that.
Once a month, 100%, you know what I mean?
No, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was friendly competition and fucking Kenny done me on penalties.
Well, I've done one which is a bit more general because, you know, I mean, this is an Arsenal channel, but there was a lot of guys in that are not. So I've done one which is 70% Arsenal, 30% general football.
Yeah.
And I've done one which is purely and simply about the Premier League. So,
yeah, come on, we'll integrate everyone. Like everyone. Listen, there's a lot of people that watch this that are not Arsenal fans, and I get that. Yeah, but do you know what? The amount of people that have commented on that quiz that have said, "Oh, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm so proud of the fucking score that I got." Yeah, or I'm a Chelsea fan, and I couldn't believe how much history I knew about Arsenal. Yeah, or I didn't know any of the answers, but it was nice listening. Yeah, and knowing and learning and experiencing it and fucking educating. That's what it's about. Like at the end of the day, we're not trying to.
You know what you just admitted. You know, basically what you've said is that despite all football fans, right, support their clubs, but they were football fans before. There's because you know they expose themselves on Twitter when Man United lose. They're watching the game. They're watching Arsenal playing. So I think every football fan, right, has got a knowledge of other clubs, especially the big clubs.
Man. Come on,
that's why this quiz was good.
Yeah, and do you know what, right? The one thing I'll say, we're all football fans. First and foremost, we're Arsenal, right? But we are football fans, right? If we could fucking cancel Arsenal right now, I think it'd take a fucking lot to cancel them fucking arseholes, right? Because it's invested in us, But
I think they'll rather us get cancelled firstly.
We just want a better Arsenal, maybe put it that way. We just want a better Arsenal, right? And we've seen a better Arsenal. But you see the people in the chat, some of these people have never seen Arsenal win a trophy, like or never seen.
No way, I don't believe that for 1 minute.
No, never seen Arsenal
2 years ago.
No, maybe never seen Arsenal win a
league.
Yeah. Right, we've seen Arsenal win a league title. So a lot of these people, like Big Josh in the chat, big up to him, and Gracie, they've never seen Arsenal win a league title. I know, and it's like, you know, people like that, even Diego, like man's Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. But they tune in. I get Liverpool fans, I get Forest fans, like we get every fan from all over the world, And it's like they tune in and watch what we do because they see and feel what we're saying. Plus, between us, we've got over 100 years of watching our football club, and the majority of that has been fucking live. And that doesn't make us bigger and better than somebody who's not, but it gives us a little step up on education, maybe, which can educate some of the people, or maybe that's probably the wrong word because that sounds a little bit pity, and maybe like help the people that are not so clued up on it learn, and that's why this show does so good figures, man. The two biggest shows I have on this channel, the show with Rants and this podcast, they're my two biggest shows. There's a reason for that, because Rants says it as it fucking is, and you guys say it as it fucking is, and people like it as it fucking is.
You have to be. Sometimes you have to be honest, because I'll tell you one thing. One of the things that we always used to criticize before YouTube, sometimes we used to get annoyed with like some of the ex-players and think, come on, mate, this is not what's happening. And I think that's why Paul Merson is a cult favourite, and that's why he's probably, in my opinion, kept his job at Sky, because he tells it as it is, because there has to be room for people.
Love him, but Arsenal fans hate him because he's Chelsea. Fuck his Chelsea. That guy is a fucking Arsenal legend. You guys have seen him. I've seen him. That guy was fucking insane. What a footballer! He got Young Player of the Year in his first full season at Arsenal. Young Player of the Year in his first full season at Arsenal. He was fucking sick. But anyway, listen, we could carry on for another 2 hours. I want to go and watch Eubank Jr. and it kicks off in about an hour. Yes. Jez, I love you, man. Thank you very much for giving up your time. Kenny, I should have gone and got my fucking smoking jacket as well.
Hacky, you can't sell that. You can't sell that. Everyone knows that you're ready to pop out in a minute. So
Kenny, I've got my fucking skinny little fucking legs out. Look. We got the legs out. We got the fucking gazelles. What? Come on.
Jess, that's going to be a meme on YouTube. His legs and skinny legs.
I need to go and put jeans on though, because it's a bit chilly outside now. The sun's gone down. Right, Kenny, your arms are bigger than my fucking legs, mate. Don't worry about that. All right, listen, thank you to everybody.
You're a meme now.
I'm a meme every day. Thank you to everybody who has watched live. I appreciate it. Listen, tomorrow I'm going to try and get some of you guys on. I want to do like a video call-in show. I'm going to try and get Gracie and Wax Online and Brandon and a few others. I'm going to message out to you tomorrow. So if you are watching this, I'm not going to message you tonight. We've had a couple of Sylvester. We're going to watch the boxing. It's going to get peak. Tomorrow.
I see how happy you two are. Jez has got the wine hat, red wine hat. You've got the beers hat. And here's me. I'm just going to go and get a Ribena.
I was sat there today, fucking chilling, shades on, February. We've got the short, Kenny, I've got shorts on, It's February. The shirt sleeve, I unpopped it and rolled it. It's February, man. We're sat at a rooftop bar. We're
It's
chilling.
freezing here, man. It's outside.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'll
you
tell you what,
fuckers need to get to Spain. Yeah, Jez, I've never met you face to face. You need to get to Spain this year.
I will. Well, we
I've got a spare room, mate. Yeah, fucking get Airbnb with a wife. Do what you're doing. Anyway,
were
we're
due to
going.
come out to Spain 2 years ago for a wedding, then lockdown.
Yeah,
came.
Marbella, and you never come. Marbella's 5 minutes up the road.
We've still
Oh,
got
you're in Andalusia, aren't you?
Yeah,
Well, we've
I'm
still got
in
that wedding.
Riviera, man. It's near Calahondo. It's like 5 miles from Marbella, maybe 10 miles from Fengarola. Yeah, Torremolinos. Malaga's like 20 miles away.
Lee, everyone on Twitter who hates you says you live in a bedsit.
Yeah, guess what? I've got a 2-bed apartment, and every day, yeah, it's got two bathrooms, yeah, 2 bedrooms, 2 balconies, and every day when I wake up, I draw my curtains back. I can see Gibraltar and Morocco. I can see the sea, and it's fucking 20 degrees every day. So they can say bed sit whatever they want. Set your alarm for Monday, motherfuckers, because I don't set an alarm. And on that bombshell, we're out of here. I'll take it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.